Hello, and welcome. I am Lavella, and we are continuing our single player Let's Play. This is Vanilla Skyblock. It's Java Minecraft 1.16. We're now in point 4, and this is called One Block. It is a world created by, or a map created by IJAMinecraft. That's IJAMinecraft. In case you haven't heard in a while, because I haven't been doing it, and I said I wasn't going to do it again, but I'm going to. You can go to IJAMinecraft.com to download the map. It's awesome. It's a wonderful balance. And I originally started this series because I saw False Symmetry did an episode 1, and I was like, I have to try that one. I love Skyblock. I've loved Skyblock for years. I've been hooked ever since the original, I don't know how many years ago, and so when I saw hers, I was like, I want to try this one because I've tried many of them, and right now this one is my favorite. I really think they've done an absolute amazing job with the balance. It's still a challenge, and you still have a whole world to create, but the grind is still there, but it's not overwhelming. So that being said, I have something else to tell you, and I'm going to do that while we get busy. Um, Look what I have. Gravel. 6. So we have 18 stacks of gravel, which is going to convert into 18 stacks of coarse dirt, and that's going to convert into regular dirt. So we're going to do this. I told you every once in a while it's going to be grindy. I wasn't kidding. So for those who are new to my channel, or either as a sub or just as a viewer, my internet connection is my hotspot on my phone. So my ability to upload videos, it's painful when I run out of data. I never run out of data on my phone, but as for my hotspot, I get 100 gigs, I think it is, and then when I use all that up, which really doesn't take as long as you would think, when I use that up, I still have, air quote, unlimited, close air quote, data, but they throttle the speed back so hard, so very hard, that it makes it really difficult to upload videos. So I have the habit of pre-recording everything, as in I have videos in my library that I have series in my library that have probably been sitting there, oh good lord, I would say maybe even a couple of years or more. And so not only does that give me an incredible amount of content to upload whenever I have connection. Right now, the current series I have been uploading is my 1.16 Let's Play. But I'm actually uploading a video right now. I think I have over 50 episodes of that recorded, and the episode uploading right now is episode 24. So yeah, that's how it goes. The other issue is all these videos sitting in my library are obviously taking up hard drive space. Well, a few years ago, my son took pity on me, and my computer has, I think it's a terabyte of hard drive space, and a few years ago my son took pity on me and bought me an external hard drive that has, I think it's 2 terabytes of space on it. because I have so many videos that I have not been able to upload yet, and my computer was getting full. So he bought me that for it's my birthday or Christmas, I can't remember which. So that's getting full. So hopefully for Christmas this year, he's asked me what I wanted, and I told him I need another external hard drive. So hopefully I'll get another one this year. But because I need the space on my hard drive, as I upload videos to YouTube, I delete them so that I can make more space. And there's probably a way for me to, I say probably, I really have no doubt that there's a way for me to make the files not quite smaller, more compressed. But like I've said before, I just play and record. And that may be part of my problem. I may be allowing the files to take up too much space. But the thing is, I don't know enough about the compression process and everything to feel comfortable changing that, because I don't want the quality to be affected. My computer is not brand new. I've had it for quite some time. I have another one sitting in my closet that I was using, and every so often my son would upgrade it, upgrade the video card or, something for my birthday or Christmas or Mother's Day or whatever. He's an IT guy, and I'm not. So he knows all about that stuff, and he knows that I really, this is my entertainment. This is my fun. So anyway, a few years ago, his roommate, who actually games professionally, he plays WoW professionally, his roommate bought a new computer, and his supposedly old computer he didn't need anymore, so he gave it to my son, which means my son took what he wanted from his old computer, and put it in the one he just inherited from the roommate. And then what was left of his old computer, he took parts from my old computer and put it in the new to me computer, and I inherited that, and the rest of my old computer is sitting in my closet. My plan, hopefully I'll be able to do this financially, my plan is to take my old computer and upgrade it a little bit and give it to my nieces and nephews for Christmas. They don't have a computer. They have one laptop that is shared by the family, and other than that, that's it. And my niece is using that for college online. So the kids don't have a computer to just play on, So it's just sitting in my closet. So hopefully I'll be able to get him to fix that up for a pretty reasonable price, and I'll be able to give that to them. So in the meantime, like I said, all this stuff is taking up space in my computer, my hard drive. Well, I did a video the other day for this series, and went to the nether and gathered some gravel. I think I killed a few skellies, may have killed a ghast or two. And when I went to, when I finished the recording, my standard procedure is I use OBS. It's free and it works just fine. So that's what I use. And I went in to change to name the video instead of having it called OBS test video. I named it with the episode and, just a brief little title so I know what it was about. And no, I hadn't made it that far. Let me back up. That's what I was planning to do, but I hadn't made it that far. I ended the video, stopped recording, and my game crashed. Oh, it said that I didn't have enough memory to process the video. And my game crashed. My Minecraft crashed. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Not having enough memory, that's always been a thing for me. I try to watch that pretty close. But no, I don't check to see how much memory is available on my C drive every time I make a recording. Probably should have, considering how tight the space is for me. So, the video was not there. I had an icon for it, and when I went back to play it, the memory usage, the length of the video, was 0 out of 0. So yeah, it was gone. Which, aggravating, yes. Huge loss, not so much. I mean, all I did was go to the Nether and gather gravel, basically. There was nothing exciting or significantly world-changing about that video. It was just, an adventure in the Nether. And so that wasn't that big of a deal. It was just annoying because something I had intended to record and upload no longer existed. And the game crash, I didn't think a whole lot about it because I'm like, okay, so it crashed because I was trying to do the recording. Well, apparently when it crashed, it messed this world up. Not in a huge way, but all my advancements that I made, basically gone. So as far as this game is concerned, this world is concerned, I haven't even mined a single block from the infinite block. I'm back to having that message of mine this block, like when you very first start. So I got to checking my advancements, and best friends forever, tame an animal. We have 8 wolves tamed now? Yeah, because I think I have 6 in the overworld and 2 in here, or maybe it's 6, maybe I have 4 in the overworld and 2 in here. So yeah, that's the thing. Another ingot. Let's see, what else was it that I noticed? Oh, acquire hardware. Apparently I haven't picked up iron, hot stuff, fill a bucket with lava. So you can see there's basic, obtain a block of obsidian. How much obsidian have I mined? So, excuse me. I don't know why, but that aggravates me. Losing those advancements aggravate me. It's not a big deal. It's not worth being salty over, and I'm really not salty over it. It's just like, okay. Well, I got to checking, and the reason it was telling me that I didn't have any memory is because when I checked, I had like 800 and something, megabytes, kilobytes, whatever the if you take a gig and you move down one step, whatever that is. I had less than 1 gig of memory in my computer. So yeah, that's a thing. I didn't know whether to delete this and start over. I actually considered it. Can you move, please? I actually considered it and then decided that would be rather drastic, unrealistic, unreasonable, and just plain silly. Because this is not about the advancements, even though I find the advancements in a world enjoyable. I enjoy the challenge. That's not what this is about. So I decided to just continue, and we can go through and get the advancements again. You know, I keep telling myself it's really not that big of a deal. So, anyway, that's where we are. And you could probably tell by my voice I'm still not thrilled about it. Even though it's been a couple of days or so since it's been a few days since all that happened. But just going back over it to explain it and think about it, it's still, I don't know. I guess I'm still a little touchy about it. But the reality is, it's really not that big of a deal. We still have our worlds. I don't even have credit for killing the dragon. And obviously we have, you know. So, but I'm not respawning it. I'm not going to respawn it. I'm not doing all this so I can tear it all out so the dragon can destroy everything. I'm not. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway, since we're on the issue of talkie, not necessarily an issue of it, just in talkie mode. Let's go ahead and make this gravel. This is such a complicated crafting recipe, I have to stop talking in order to craft it properly. Kind of in an ethical conundrum. There's a certain, as I've told you guys before, if not in this series, in other series, I am a Hermitcraft fan. And if you are one of those people who don't know what Hermitcraft is, it is a YouTube, it's a collection of YouTube content creators playing Minecraft on a server together. They're actually quite famous. Mumbo Jumbo, Grian, B00, Corrales, Good Times with Scar, Impulse SV, Tango Tech, Tinfoil Chef, at Joe Hill, Zombie Cleo, Python, XP Crafted, Rendog, False Symmetry, Stress Monster. Trying to remember everybody, but there's so many hermits. I'm probably forgetting several. And if I find out that I have, I'm going to be sad at myself because I am a fan to the point that it's just almost an obsession. I mean, it's not quite an obsession, but I have notifications on all the hermits channels, and the second I get a notification, if there's any way possible, I watch it right then. I'm like, oh, good, Hermitcraft video, yay, and I watch it, and then I'm like, okay, well, now I need to wait for another one. I love them very much. There are a couple of the Hermitcraft hermits that I'm not as much of a fan There's, because they're all individuals. They have different personalities. They have different plays. Oh, hypnotized. He's still an active hermit. Um, yeah, that was another one I was forgetting. Anyway, some of the hermits I enjoy more than others. But, so I watch my favorite ones first. And not to disrespect any of the other hermits, but Good Times with Scar is my true love. He was my first Minecraft YouTube content creator that I was exposed to. And I accidentally lucked into a genius. So, yeah, if he's got a video and somebody else has a video, or if he has a video and someone else has a video, he usually wins. If they all uploaded at the same time and they all became available at the same time, his would be the first, because I absolutely adore him. Anyway, what I was saying was there are some hermits that I enjoy more than others. Well, it's not that I dislike any of the hermits. It's just, oh, Exumavoid, hello. He practically broke the server. I can't believe I didn't remember. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed later and I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, I forgot so and so. Anyway, I got myself sidetracked. Excuse me. Anyway, one of the hermits has become inactive on the server again. And I say again because they kind of have a habit of, they start the season strong and they don't last long. And this is not the first season they've done this. Oh, Wells Knight. And no, he's not the one I'm talking about. He's another hermit, though. He's currently not active, but he has not technically left the server as far as I'm aware. I don't think any of them ever officially leave the server. I think like way back in the old days, they might have had trouble with one or two players that were actually removed from the whitelist. But my understanding of how Hermitcraft works is, except for certain circumstances, once you're a hermit, you're always a hermit, whether you're active or not. But anyway, back to my point. I'm running out of time. So there's this hermit that stopped being active on the server, which, people do that. They get burnout on projects. They want to focus on single player series, or they want to focus on, modded, or they want to focus on something else for a while and just take a break from the server. Totally get it. Totally get it. It's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So, and this person has done that more than once, different seasons. Etho's Lab. He's also on there on Hermitcraft. But anyway, Doc M77. See, I knew I was forgetting important people. Please don't tell them I forgot their names. I'm old and senile, okay? My brain is tired. And it's hard for me to remember stuff sometimes. Anyway. So this guy, he has done this before. More than once. So when he did it this season, I didn't think too much about it. Then, because I have my notifications turned on for all my hermits, so that every time they upload a video, I get notified. I saw on his channel that he was starting a new series on another server. And I thought, okay, well, no big deal. Yes, I know. As soon as I finish the story, we'll stop. Anyway, I didn't, make a big deal out of it. Okay, that happens. Sometimes like Impulse, for example, he has a best friend in the real world named Skizzleman. His YouTube name or his Minecraft name is MC Skizzleman. Absolutely hilarious, by the way. And the two of them together are just magic. They stream together a lot. And they're just, oh my gosh, they are so much fun. You can be an Eeyore and be a grumpy butt, and you watch them and you're just smiling the whole time. Anyway, uh, but like Impulse, for example, he is an active hermit, and he did take a break a while back because he was facing burnout, which they do sometimes. But he's historically he's been an active hermit, primarily. Anyway, he'll take a break, not take a break from Hermitcraft, but like he and Skizzleman, they'll go play on, I think it's Chaos Craft. They like to do their Skyblock seasons of Skyblock there. They also have a series together. They have a channel together called Imp and Skiz, by the way. It's IMPANDSKIZZ. If you haven't watched it, you are seriously missing out. They do series together called Naked and Scared. They do Skyblock series together. They just, they're best friends in real life and have been for, I think, since college, I think he said. It's either college or high school. I want to say it's college. Anyway, so they do that stuff together. Well, so the fact that somebody went to another server, that didn't ring any bells or set off any, red flags, or, my brain didn't go, oh no, they've left Hermitcraft. Well, I got to watching the video, and they were making snarky comments that, to me, my interpretation was it was a slam against the Hermitcraft server. And I was like, no. And what they were talking about was the role play. I know a lot of people out there don't honestly know what role play really is. And they assume that, first of all, they wouldn't be good at it. And anybody with an imagination can be good at it. And they assume that it has to be that role play means some kind of a sexual content, but it doesn't. It can be used that way, but that's not what role play means. Role play is basically acting. Period. That's what it is. When you're a kid and you play house, you play pretend or whatever, that's role play. Okay? When you act in a play at school or wherever, community theater, whatever you do, that's role play. That's all it is. And there are some people out there who are not comfortable with role play, so they kind of make fun of people who are. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 5. Thank you for marking my spot. That was very sweet. So they kind of make fun of people who are comfortable with it. Well, on Hermitcraft, ever since they brought Grian in, roleplay has become a thing. They've had storylines. They had a civil war one season. It was hilarious. Right now they're having, and I use the term war very loosely, they're having what's called a turf war, and you have the people who prefer the grass block and the people who prefer mycelium, which obviously they're insane, because who prefers mycelium? But anyway, they do these storylines just to add content opportunities and collab opportunities and entertainment to the viewers. That's all it's about. That's it. That's the whole point of the storylines. Well, anyway, this person didn't take part in that in any way, shape, or form that I could tell. And he's not the only one. There's other hermits that don't actively participate in it either. either because they choose not to or because they simply don't have time. Because, like I said, there's a lot of collabs, and the hermits are from. You have a lot of them from the United States. You have a lot of them from Europe. You have a lot of them from Canada. Oh, vintage beef. There's another one I forgot. So, you have all these people that are in different time zones. So, collabs can be difficult, especially for the YouTubers that the YouTube is not their full-time job. Because there are people out there who do YouTube content, and you would think as much content as they manage to upload and as much effort as they put into the quality, you would think it was their full-time job, but not necessarily. So you juggle time zones, family, real life job, eating, sleeping, bathing. You juggle all that stuff together, and sometimes collabs are a bit of a challenge. So anyway, not all the hermits participate in the storylines. Well, this particular hermit was making snarky little comments like, oh, this is what a server's about, where you don't have to get involved in role play. And it was just a tone of voice, and just, very smug and snotty. He was just snotty about it. And I thought, okay, I'm not gonna take this way, because, it's very possible he doesn't mean it this way. It's very possible I'm just tired and grumpy, and I'm just reading more into it than what it really is. I'm trying to be reasonable about this. Then I watched another one of his videos on that server, and he made another snarky comment, and I can't even remember now exactly how he said it, so I'm not going to try to quote him. But anyway, it was another snarky comment along those lines. It wasn't about roleplay, it was about something else, I think. And I thought, okay. One snarky little comment, I'm going to try to just ignore, because it's very possible that I'm being silly about this. But the second comment, I was like, no. No, this is a thing for him. This is actually a thing. He is giving me the impression, I'm not going to say what his true intentions are, because I don't know. I haven't spoke to him. I haven't asked him. So I personally do not know what his intent was behind those comments. Maybe he didn't intend to come across as snarky and hateful and unprofessional. Maybe he was just speaking in general, and his tone of voice happened to hit me wrong. I don't know. So I'm not going to try to quote him or try to say, well, he said this because he thinks this or he feels that. I have no way of knowing. I haven't spoke to him. So the impression that I have been given is that he was unhappy on the Hermitcraft server. And so now he seems to be taking opportunities to make snarky remarks, like he's poking at the server. Which, if you're not happy somewhere and you're not having fun there and you find something that's better for you, I have no problem with the fact that he has possibly left the server forever. That's fine. It's his choice. I'm not holding that against him as a fan or a viewer or whatever. My problem is what I'm interpreting as snarky comments, like he's talking behind their back, but he's not, because he's put it on YouTube. It's just unprofessional, I think. And I typically don't unsubscribe to people unless it's pretty bad. There's been a couple of times that I've actually unsubscribed because they made racist comments, or I can't remember what the other one was, but it has to be pretty bad for me to unsubscribe from somebody, especially someone that I have followed for so long. and follow their entire YouTube family. So I don't know. It saddens me that someone would behave like that with the amount of viewers that he reaches. It saddens me that he would put himself in that kind of a light, you know, because I thought he was a better person than that. The good news is I have found another YouTuber server that I think I'm really going to enjoy. And I have subbed to all the new people. Well, I've subbed to everybody on that server so I can follow them as well, because as much content as the Hermits put out, it's not enough to keep me entertained 24/7. So this is going to be a good backup plan. But the big part of the reason that I didn't follow him to the server. I mean, I knew the server was there because obviously he had moved there. But I wasn't planning on following anybody new. But then Skizzleman got invited to this server, and when I saw that he got invited to this server, then I went, and all the people on the server that I was not already following, I subbed to them also. And I think I'm really going to enjoy it. But my ethical conundrum is whether to unsub from this guy or just chalk it up to we're all human, we're not perfect, we make mistakes, and once you make that mistake on a YouTube video, really kind of hard to undo it, you know. So I'm trying to be a mature adult about it and not be a child throwing a temper tantrum. And even if I unsub, he's probably not going to miss it. He has enough subscribers that my one little subscription probably not going to cause him to lose any sleep. But I don't know. Part of it bothers me that I'm supporting him. And part of me thinks maybe I'm being too judgmental. He is human. He makes mistakes. Lord knows I make plenty. So, you know, it's hard to decide where to draw the line. Do I hold him accountable, or do I just auto forgive him because I do? You know, I don't know. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I will finish working on this. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to finish working on this off camera. I wanted to include you in part of the grind, because I think that's only fair. We're supposed to be let's playing this together, not just Lavella gets to do all the dirty work. Yeah. But my son would be rolling his eyes at me right now if he heard that. But anyway, I'm going to keep doing this until I run out of gravel. Hopefully, I mean, we're already making significant progress. I mean, you can tell. But you can see how tedious this is. You take it up, you mix it up, you put it down. You take it up, you mix it up, you put it down. You take it up, and you just keep doing it till you run out of gravel. But yeah, I went on another adventure after the last video corrupted, or didn't record, or whatever you want to call it, because of my lack of memory. And I found a huge area of gravel, and I was like, oh, yes. Please let me get out of here live with gravel. I made 2 trips to make sure. So, anyway, I'm going to do this, and hopefully we'll start having room to build, because I am really, really ready to start building. And we may spend a little bit of time trying to get some of those achievements or advancements back. I'm trying to get to the new term. They changed the term quite a while back, and I still try to call them achievements. It's the old fart in me. Anyway, we've gone way over time, as usual. Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day and watching my video. I truly, truly appreciate it very much. Thank you again, and we will see you later.